Grandma, tonight my parents are going to take your money. She didn't scream it. She didn't cry. She whispered it, like a secret too big for her tiny heart to hold. 6 years old, standing in my doorway at night, telling me something that should have come from an adult, not a child. That one sentence, just 13 words, tore my entire life in half. What happened that night, what I saw, what I did after that whisper. It didn't just shock my family. It changed everything. I lost people I never thought I'd lose, but I found out who really loved me. And now I'm telling the whole truth for the first time. So take a breath and please, if your heart feels even a flicker of this story, hit that subscribe button now. We share stories that others are too scared to speak. Let this one be heard. She was just a little girl, wearing her favorite bunny slippers and that oversized unicorn nightgown she refused to take off, standing outside my door with wide, scared eyes. She looked at me like she was holding a secret too heavy for her age. "Grandma," she said, her voice trembling, "tonight my parents are going to take your money." Time stopped. My breath caught. I blinked, thinking maybe I was dreaming, maybe she was talking about a game or something from school. But she wasn't. She knew what she said. Her voice shook, but she didn't stutter. She meant every word. I knelt down beside her, brushing a strand of her hair behind her ear, and whispered, "Thank you for telling me." She looked relieved, like I'd just lifted the weight off her tiny shoulders. I sent her to bed with a kiss on her forehead. But me? I stayed up the entire night, heart pounding like a war drum, trapped in a silence that suddenly didn't feel like peace. It felt like danger. I sat on the edge of my bed with the lights off, thinking back through the months, even the years, trying to remember every sign I'd ignored. And there were signs, God, were there signs? The way my daughter would casually bring up my will in conversations that had nothing to do with money. The nights she stayed up late, rummaging in the office. Her weird interest in my passwords, my accounts, my safe. I chalked it up to concern. I wanted to believe she cared. But deep down, something always felt off. And now, hearing it from her daughter, my granddaughter, it all made sense. Around 12:30 a.m., I heard footsteps in the hallway. Soft, deliberate, like someone trying not to be heard. I didn't move. I just listened. My door didn't open, but I knew where she was going. The study. My file drawer. The fireproof safe in the corner. I heard it all. The slow creak of the handle. The whisper of paper. The clicking of a lock being tested. And still, I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed more than suspicion. I needed truth. Morning came. I made coffee, like always. She came downstairs like nothing happened. No guilt. No awkwardness. Just fake smiles and small talk. That's what hurt the most. She didn't even feel bad. She truly thought I would notice. Like I was too old, too weak, too naive. But I wasn't. That afternoon, while she took my granddaughter to the park, I made my move. I called my lawyer. I rewrote everything. Changed every beneficiary, every account, every single clause. I removed her name from everything I could. I added legal alerts, timed account locks, medical protections, everything. And I did it quietly. 3 weeks later, she found out. She lost it. Accused me of betrayal. Cried like I'd robbed her. She said things no daughter should say. Screamed that I was ruining her future. I just stood there calm. Empty. Then I said the words I never thought I'd say to my own child. You already left me. The night you decided to steal from me. That's when you stopped being my daughter. And with that, I walked away. But the story doesn't end there. A year passed. I sold the house. Moved into a little lakeside cottage where the sun hits the windows just right in the mornings. I planted roses. Started writing letters to myself. I even rescued an old dog named Benny who barks at birds like they owe him money. And every Sunday my granddaughter visits. She draws me pictures, tells me stories, brings me dandelions. And every time she says, "I love you, Grandma," I believe her. Because she saved me. That 6-year-old angel saved me from a trap that was waiting to close. But a few weeks ago, something happened. Something I never saw coming. I got a letter. Handwritten. No return address. It was from her. My daughter. In it she wrote, "Mom, I don't know what I became. I don't even know who I was in those months. I was angry, broke, jealous, bitter. I didn't want to hurt you, but I did. I don't expect forgiveness. But I needed to say I'm sorry. Truly. I'm so sorry." I stared at those words for hours. I didn't cry. I didn't smile. I just sat with them. Let them breathe. Let them be real. And for the first time in years, I felt something shift. Forgiveness isn't always about letting people back in. Sometimes, it's just letting the anger out. I haven't replied yet. I don't know if I will. I don't know what comes next. But I do know this. I'm finally free. I'm finally safe. I'm finally living for me. And for those of you still stuck in that silence, that confusion, that denial, please hear me. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are not wrong for protecting yourself. If something feels off, it is. You don't owe anyone blind loyalty. You don't need permission to leave pain behind. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is walk away. And if this story touched you, moved you, or gave you the strength you didn't know you had, please subscribe, share, comment. You are not alone. We are building something here, real stories from real people with real scars. Because silence hides too much. And truth? Truth sets us free.